What's up, guys? This is Alan, and something weird is going on with the weather. This is not normal. My trees are flowering. My citrus are ripening faster than normal, 2 months early. The trees are still green. It's warm. My mango trees are flowering. This has never happened. I've been in this property for many years, and this has never happened. What's going on? Is the end of the world coming? Is it the weather manipulation going on? Is it DARPA? I don't know. Well, let's talk about it. I've been at this property for, I would say, about 7 years, and it's the end of December. By now, we should have had our first hard freeze, or it should be forecasted by now. But if you look at the weather, it's not. We are clear for the next couple of weeks. This has never happened. 7 years, I know it may not sound like a lot. For me, it's a lot, but for Mother Earth's time, it may not be a lot. But it's not cold, guys. What is going on? 2023 has been an extremely weird year. I had a video earlier this year about my mulberry trees not ripening evenly. The winter lasting longer than normal. A late freeze came in April, which never happens for me. And now, the end of 2023, the winter's not here yet. Is it cold? Yeah, it is cold, in the 30s, but that is nothing for me. That's a walk at the beach. I'm talking about by now we should have had our first freeze. For me is usually below freezing for several hours to the point where everything will freeze, and if you don't protect it, your stuff is going to die. Growing tropicals is one of the easiest things to do in my area until winter comes. Winter is what actually kills most tropical plants here. Winter is what makes growing tropical plants hard. But if winter never arrives, I'm good to go. Am I complaining? No, I'm not complaining. Look at my mango tree right here. This is a fruit punch mango, and as you see, we already built a structure for this tree. This tree has been in the ground for like over 5 years now, and by now it should have been completely covered. But my temperatures have been so warm that I did not want to cover it because it doesn't need it. Is that weird? I have never done this. Actually, I did it the first year I had it in the ground, and the tree died back 50% because I was dumb. I did not understand the differences between frost and cold protection, and I assumed throwing a blanket over the tree was good enough to protect it. It was not. So to grow mango trees in areas where it gets cold in the winter, non-tropical areas, you're gonna have to build like a cold frame, especially if your tree is in the ground, and you're gonna have to put a heater in there if your temperatures drop in the 20s to change the ambient temperature around the tree, because that's the only way you're gonna be able to protect it. Yes, a tree fully rooted in the ground, it's gonna be a little stronger than one that is not, but it will never be able to tolerate the winter without protection, especially if you drop in the 20s. And that is usually when you need to start worrying about your plants. But look, my mango tree is getting ready to flower. You see that? Those are flower buds, guys. And is this normal? Abnormal? This is normal. But this will not happen without an actual cover around the tree to keep the temperatures from dropping too low. But I have not needed it because it's not cold. Look, flower buds everywhere. Every single branch, it's about to flower. And I'm gonna have hundreds and hundreds of mangoes if they don't drop this upcoming July. Not only is my mango tree flowering, my Hong Kong orchid tree is also flowering. You can see I got flower buds everywhere. Every single branch is getting ready to flower. All of them. How can this be? It's middle of winter. This plant should look ugly right now. All the leaves should be yellowish, brownish color, and definitely it shouldn't be flowering, especially in a non-tropical area. This is my silk floss tree. Look at that. It's got new growth all the way up there. That never happens. It's the middle of the winter. My Swiss cheese plant is growing. Look how beautiful it looks. It's the middle of winter. This is not normal. Look at my green asper bamboo. It's got 2 new shoots that just came up in the past 3 weeks. Is it growing slower? Yeah, because it's not as hot as it is in the summer, but it's still growing. This is not normal. What is going on? Initially, I didn't notice it. I've noticed the trees still had leaves and everything looked good. But the first thing that I've noticed that was not normal, definitely not normal, something that has never happened, my citrus are ripening. This is my tangelo tree right here. These tangelos are ready to eat. This is the end of the year. This fruit is early by 2 months. This has never happened. This tree was here before I even bought this property. It has been here for the past 20 years at least. And I can tell you, in the past 7 years, these tangelos are usually not ripe and ready to eat until February and March, every single year. Some years a little early, but a couple of weeks. Some years a little later, simply because it's still cold. But now this year, they're early, all of them. Look at my market mandarins. They're completely ripe. And they're even dropping on the ground because they've been ready for the past few weeks. Look at my daisy mandarin right here. I actually got a video of planting this one in the ground if you guys want to watch it. And I also have another video where I show the differences between market and daisy. But they're fully loaded and the fruits are ready to eat. They are early by 2 months. This has never happened. What is going on? Look at my moringa tree. It's flowering in the middle of winter. This is not normal. My Passiflora quadrangularis, it's flowering in the middle of winter. Look, flower buds ready to open in the middle of winter. This is one of the most tropical passion fruit vines that you're gonna find anywhere out there. Somebody corrected me and they told me this is a tiger something, but still, it's still a hybrid of the giant passion fruit. It's still cold sensitive and it's flowering in the middle of the winter here in Arizona. My ice cream banana is flowering. Look how beautiful my bananas look in the middle of winter. This is not normal. Look at my bananas. I got bananas everywhere. I have so many bananas right now, I don't know what to do with myself. My grapefruits, ruby red, they are ready 2 months early. My sweet bay tree is getting ready to flower in the middle of December. So what's going on, guys? Well, I don't know, but I can tell you whatever is going on, it's not normal. And if I'm really warm here in the desert in the wintertime, I know everybody else out there in the United States where it gets cold, they're sucking right now. If you look at the news, earthquakes everywhere, blizzards everywhere, freaking tsunamis in the middle of the winter, tornadoes everywhere, hurricanes. The world is going insane. Is the end of the world coming? I don't know, guys, but all I can tell you is plants react to the ambient temperatures around them. It doesn't matter what a textbook tells you, plants are going to react to the ambient temperatures around them. This is why all my trees are flowering right now. My bananas are fruiting, my citrus are early by 2 months. This has never happened before. And as you saw, it's not just one tree. When you have one tree, maybe a few trees, it's very hard to actually tell what's going on because you only have a few trees to base your opinion on. But when you have hundreds, if not thousands of trees, and they're all reacting to the ambient temperatures, you know something is going on. This year has been extremely weird. And what can we do about it? Is somebody manipulating the weather? Is the government involved? I don't know. What I know is I can just concentrate on taking care of my trees. I can concentrate on taking care of my animals. And that is pretty much all I can do. I can speculate about anything that is going on out there. But even if we all knew the truth, what can we do about it? So Am I complaining? Not really. If it's like this every single winter, I can grow whatever I want with minimal effort, because the winter is what makes growing tropical plants hard. The summer, it's when they actually do most of their growing. So if every winter was like this, unsaid, this is a walk at the beach for me. Low 30s is nothing. Most tropical plants out there will take low 30s. No issues at all. So these plants right here, they're called Croton. And these are one of the most cold sensitive plants out of the hundreds and thousands of plants that we carry here at the nursery. How do I know that? Because it took me killing a few hundred plants to actually understand that. These plants, once it drops in the low 30s, for more than a few hours, they will start taking damage. But look at them. They're still kicking. Middle of winter, and they're still looking great. This is how I know this is not normal. But anyways, guys, comment below. Tell me what the weather is like in your area. Is it cold? Is it warm? Is it normal? Abnormal? Let me know. Comment below. As always, if you liked the video, don't forget to like it. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? And as always, I will see you next time.